You've got to build relationships with your customers. I've used this relationship scale when we've looked at other stuff, especially like team building and stuff like this. But this is very important when you're building with your customers. So 5 levels of relationship. If you come up against a new customer, the first thing you have to do is you have to acknowledge. I apologise, that writing's come out quite small, hasn't it, actually? It's normally bigger than that. So that says acknowledge there if you can't quite see it. The first thing you have to do is acknowledge your customers, and they have to acknowledge you. This is what your marketing department should be doing. This is what your lead generators, they need to be going to your potential customers and making them aware that you exist, and you need to go and find them so you're aware they exist as well. So there's got to be an acknowledgement from both parties. Then you've got to move them to a level of understanding. So you start to educate them on your products and services and what you can do. And you also start to get educated on what they need and what they want. And you educate them on the benefits of using your products and so on and so on and so on. And hopefully, if you do that well enough, you can get them to a point of acceptance. So that says accept there. It also says POS underneath. And the reason it says POS is because when you get somebody to a level of acceptance, you can potentially sell them something. So point of sale comes in here, okay? And point of sale, you don't want to try and sell something to somebody when you've only just met them, because they won't like that. You can't really sell something to somebody when they don't quite understand what it is, so you need to do that. So only when they accept you and your product for what it is, can you potentially then make a sale at that point. And you might well make a sale at that point. However, if you continue to build your customer relations and you move to a level of respect where they respect your product and they respect you and the organization, and finally you get to a level of trust and trusting in what you do. Once you get them to a level of trust, you've generally got a customer for life at that point. Okay, so yes, you do want to get to a level of acceptance so you can potentially sell, but if you can get them to a level of trust, then potentially you then become more of a, dare I say, a consultant-like figure for that customer. So they go to you when they have an issue with whatever it may be, and you sort it for them, as well as give them advice, as well as give them the product that they're paying for at that point. So when we're building relationships, we want to be aiming for trust, but that takes some time. The minimum we want to aim for is the level of acceptance. Now, depending on what you're selling, this could take seconds or it could take, months to get to. If you're selling a quick hit cold calling product or a quick click on an internet site, then potentially you can move people through that relationship quite quickly. If you go on an internet site and all of a sudden there's an offer that pops up, and that customer was potentially looking at that site anyway, and now there's an offer, and they've understood that offer, they go, oh, that's quite good, I'm going to get that now, and you get them to a level of acceptance. In our world, with the types of products and services that we deliver, that's going to take longer. There's bigger investment, so it's going to take longer, but it's an investment that needs to take place.